Previously on Chaos Cruisers.
Bye, Anchorage.
See you later.
Bye, Airbnb. Welcome to stateroom 10118 on the Norwegian Jade. We obviously have a wonderful balcony room on the 10th deck. Right behind you, we have the safe with a bunch of shelves for storage. In here, we have our closet with our robes. I don't think I've ever received that before on NCL. We have our area up here with some more storage down below. We have our TV facing the bed. Here is our wonderful bed. This over here can actually pull out to be an additional sleeping area for somebody else. It's just us two. So, and then we have a little makeup area, which is honestly like great. I haven't seen that on any of the other ships. I mean, you usually have like a desk.
A little light too if you need it.
Out here is our balcony. We were actually upgraded. We bid $320 a person and we received it actually instantly. It was the recommended bid and it went through immediately. So that was really great because it's our honeymoon.
Yeah, absolutely. So to compare, the last Norwegian balcony that we had was on the Prima. That was a slightly larger balcony than this. It did have a bigger couch. Not that that really matters a whole lot.
The room was longer, I would say.
Yeah.
But this is really nice.
This room, I will say, is a little more lively, a little bit more well decorated. There is me in the reflection. This is kind of a mirrored backdrop with two lights on the side. As far as power outlets and things like that, it is very standard. You do get a USB port here and then two standard American ports here. And then if you go over to this side, you have your European ports.
It's actually
and an American port as well.
a port over here too.
Oh, so there are. Okay, so as you can
USB.
see, we are all learning new things today, and there are USB ports under the lights as well, under the reading lights.
That's new for Norwegian. They don't usually have that. So
And this is
over here.
This is very nice.
You come in, you have your excursion tickets, you have our casinos and sea reservation, because that's how we booked this cruise. And then we have our freestyle daily and the cruise next information. And then finally we'll end where you guys started with the bathroom. Definitely a different bathroom than we're used to. It has a door for privacy in the restroom.
Very good if you stink up the bathroom. And then you have your shower, which is very spacious.
And then over here we have just the sink, the hand washing. They do have shampoo and conditioner in there, so that is. I'm sorry, shampoo and body wash,
there
not
we
shampoo
go.
and conditioner.
And we have the temperature gauge, which is already cranked down to the coldest setting.
Yay!
And that's it.
Thank you guys.
Greetings. As you can see, we are unpacked and
We are here,
ready to go.
ready for our Alaska southbound cruise.
Let's go. Okay.
We enjoyed our time in Anchorage.
First of all, I will say that so far this trip is proving itself to be pretty underrated. As most of you know, cruising out of Alaska usually ends up coming out of Seattle or Vancouver. You don't really hear a lot about Whittier. Maybe some of you do, but a lot of you don't.
You know, getting to the cruise terminal was incredibly easy,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of things that people don't tell you about. For example, we had a rental car, and my two friends, one of them was staying with us, and the other one's coming on the cruise. So she stayed with us for the weekend, and then she drove our rental car back and dropped it off at the airport for us, and she's going home today. And it's interesting because we had to drive through this tunnel that lines you up in 8 rows, like Mario Kart.
Yep.
And it has stoplights, and then everyone has to wait. And every 30 minutes, the tunnel opens up. It's a one-way
Yep.
tunnel, and you actually have to drive on train tracks.
We have footage of the lanes, how it works. Basically, the way it's set up is there are 8 lanes. Each lane has its own individual light, like similar to a normal traffic light.
Yeah.
And one by one, each one turns green.
Yep.
The road goes through the single lane tunnel. That tunnel is used for trains,
Cars, buses, trucks,
anything.
Everything.
And it's long. It's not, I mean, as you can see in the time lapse that we're going to show you, you know, that's a time lapse video, and it's at least a good like 2-3 minute time lapse for like an actual 7-minute trip.
Yeah.
So it's super long. It's kind of spooky if you're not into tight spaces. Maybe
Oh my gosh.
if you don't drive, have somebody else to close your eyes or something like that. I don't know.
No, seriously, don't drive if you are claustrophobic for sure. Because
Yeah. It's cool though. It kind of reminds me of like some kind of like doomsday bunker. I don't know how to describe it. But
we also received a water from our stateroom attendant, which is really nice. It's a new one. I've actually never seen this one. It's called Proud Source Spring Water.
I think Norwegian gives us like new types of waters every time we go on.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We get one because of our latitudes.
Yep.
Level, and it's actually pretty funny. After this one, I think I'm turning platinum, which
Let's
will
go.
give us a lot more perks the next time we cruise Norwegian, which will be Christmas time.
I'm still a peasant over in silver status.
No, you're gold.
I'm silver right now.
You are? Oh,
My
you'll be
pass
gold
is
after
silver.
this.
So yeah, I'm still a peasant compared to her. Anyways,
Unfortunate.
as most of you also know, obviously we got married yesterday. Whenever you're watching this video, that was an amazing experience. Going to Byron Glacier was incredible. Like some of the craziest views I've ever seen, and to be honest with you, like I'll never forget that. It was just insane.
I love you, baby.
I love you too. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience and a massive flex to everybody we know because we just got married in Alaska.
In Alaska.
I'm just kidding. whoever you want to have your wedding is completely up to you, but we just decided Alaska was the best for us.
Yeah.
So.
Best scenario for us. We love to travel. It worked out. This cruise is going to be so much fun. We don't normally book balcony rooms, so this was a really nice treat that our bid was up, like we were upgraded and our bid was accepted. I actually didn't even realize it got accepted because it was in the middle while we were moving.
This is the second time we've been upgraded to a balcony coming to Alaska.
Yeah.
We were on the Royal Caribbean Quantum of the Seas prior to this. Ironically, less than a year ago, about maybe about 10 months ago, 10 months ago, and we had a balcony on that cruise as well. That was your standard Seattle to, Seattle round trip.
But no, we have almost something every single day. Tomorrow we have Hubbard Glacier.
Yeah.
Then we have Icy Strait Point on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Juneau.
We've never been to Icy Strait Point.
Nope,
either.
that was a new one.
So
Juneau, Skagway, and Ketchikan. So we have a few stops, and we also have a scenic fjords viewing.
Yeah,
so
looking forward to that too,
really
because
exciting.
we have a balcony. We didn't really get any like scenic days on the Quantum.
And the weather was not great either.
Very rainy. I mean, it was the end of the season, so it is what it is.
And this is the first time that we've been on Norwegian with their Moritzey package. Every time that we've cruised Norwegian previously has been with the Free at Sea, which we would always upgrade to the Free at Sea Plus. So when we got on the ship today, we went up to the internet cafe, had them turn on our internet. That was super simple. It was $130 for the week, which I think was pretty reasonable.
Very reasonable. I mean, it's the base internet, so it's not like, for instance, like Royal's internet, where there really aren't any tiers per se, but it's just like, it gets the job done.
Yep, I'd agree. So tonight we have Cagney's.
We will film a little bit of that.
Yeah,
We're gonna.
Sail away is a little bit later than normal for cruises. And usually you leave around 4 p.m. In Whittier, you leave around 7 p.m., which is pretty interesting because.
So we have dinner.
It's not like it's gonna be dark because it's the midnight sun right now, but.
Yeah. We have dinner at 6, so hopefully we'll be able to catch a little bit of the sail away at least.
Yeah.
And then kind of go from there. We are with 2 individuals who have never been to Alaska at all.
Yeah. So this is gonna be fun for them.
So we're gonna get their take on video as to how their experience was as well. So any first timers can maybe use their opinions as a point of reference.
Yeah.
So other than that, I mean that's pretty much it for now. And
see you at dinner.
We'll see you at dinner. We just got back from Cagney's, and as usual, it was amazing.
It was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I housed a whole ribeye and piece of chocolate cake.
The caramel cheesecake was fantastic. I couldn't even finish it. Yeah, it was fantastic.
That's per usual.
Yeah.
So we got delayed.
Yeah, they actually delayed our embarkation sail away.
Yeah, we were supposed to leave around like what, 6, 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock, and we're not leaving until 8:30 now. It's about 8 o'clock now, so we're gonna go up top, walk off some of our Cagney's dinner,
and watch the sail away.
Yeah, and hopefully I can hit the casino.
Hopefully. What's that?